Hello and welcome to today's hottest news on AI. Scientists are now developing AI that has the ability to fly like a bee. In the healthcare industry, AI is making waves as scientists and doctors are seeing potential uses for AI in ICUs. Accountants have always used computers, ADN technology to help them with their tasks. But can AI now be better accountants themselves? Scientific research takes a lot of time and effort. But with AI, scientists are able to do experiments at speeds they have never dreamt of. Revolutionary bee robot, unveiling its incredible twisting abilities. Scientists from Washington State University have created a special robotic bee, the bee++. This bee can fly in all directions, which is a big achievement. It has 4 wings made of strong materials and small devices to control each wing. This robotic bee can even do a twisting movement called yaw, just like real bees. It can move freely in 6 different ways, just like a real insect. It's the first bee robot that can do all of this successfully. The scientists who worked on this project are led by a professor named Nestor O. Perez Arencibia. He works at Washington State University in the School of Mechanical and Materials Engineering. They have written about their work in a special journal called AEE Transactions on Robotics. At the end of this month, Professor Perez Arencibia will share their findings at a conference called the IEE International Conference on Robotics and Automation. According to Perez Arencibia, scientists have been working on making fake flying bugs for over 30 years. These bugs could be used for different things in the future. For example, they could help pollinate plants, rescue people in small places, study living things, or keep an eye on the environment in dangerous areas. Making the small robots fly and land was a huge challenge. To solve it, the scientists had to create controllers that work like a real bug's brain. It involved a combination of designing the robot and its controls. The control part is all about using math, and they had to create an artificial brain for the robot. Some people think of it as a secret technology, but without these simple brains, the robots wouldn't be able to do anything. At first, the scientists made a robot bee with only 2 wings, but it couldn't move very well. Then, in 2019, Professor Perez Arencibia and 2 of his students built a robot bee with 4 wings that was light enough to fly. To make the robot do certain movements called pitching and rolling, the researchers made the front wings flap differently from the back wings for pitching, and for rolling, they made the right wings flap differently from the left wings. This created a twisting force that made the robot turn around its 2 main horizontal lines. According to him, being able to control the twisting motion called yaw is really important. If the robots can't do this, they start spinning around and can't stay on track. They end up crashing. He explained that if you're a bee and you want to reach a flower but you can't control the twisting motion, you just keep spinning instead of reaching the flower. Having control over all types of movements is also very important for avoiding things or following objects. The scientists learned from insects and made their robot twist in a careful way. They did this by making the wings flap in a slanted direction. They also made the robot flap its wings more times in 1 second. Before it flapped 100 times, but now it flaps 160 times every second. The bee++ robot is a bit heavier and bigger than real bees. It weighs 95 milligrams and has wings that are 33 millimeters wide. Real bees, on the other hand, weigh only around 10 milligrams. The robot can fly by itself for about 5 minutes, but after that it needs to be connected to a power source with a cable. The scientists are also trying to make other kinds of insect robots, like ones that crawl on the ground or walk on water. Outperforming humans, the power of artificial intelligence in ICU. Not too far from now, AI will be really very much integrated into the field of medicine. Today, it is showing tremendous progress, and the tech shows that it can help with diagnosing illnesses just by looking at pictures and using these to tell if there are any problems with the patient. While AI has already been successful in performing these tasks with high accuracy, researchers noticed that it's harder to teach AI to understand how a patient's condition gradually changes over time and give the corresponding suggestions for treatment. However, researchers at TU Wien and the Medical University of Vienna have now addressed that problem. By using loads of information coming from different hospital intensive care units, scientists have designed a computer system that can give advice on how to treat people with sepsis, those who need intensive care. So far, the technology has been really good at making decisions and even does better than humans at times. In hospital intensive care units, doctors need to be updated with their patient's status round the clock. They are testing the capabilities of AI technology to provide this close monitoring, and if this helps their treatment regimens, we all know that Computers can consider many more things with great accuracy, much more than humans can. Because of this, AI could make better decisions in certain cases. The main researcher, Clemens Heitzinger, explains that they used a special kind of technology called reinforcement learning for this project. It's not just about sorting pictures into different categories, like finding which ones have a tumor and which ones don't. Instead, it's about understanding how a patient's condition gets better or worse over time and trying to predict what might happen next. This is a bit different mathematically, and not a lot of research has been done on this topic in medicine. The technology is designed to independently make decisions on its own. The researchers incorporated a reward system that signals the AI when the patient is doing well, and there is also a punishment system where, if things get worse or if the patient dies, the AI gets signaled that it made the wrong decisions and actions. The computer's goal is to get as many rewards as possible by making the right decisions. By using a lot of medical information, AI can figure out the best plan that could hopefully translate into the patient's healing. Professor Oliver Kimberger from the Medical University of Vienna said that sepsis is a very common cause of death in intensive care units. It is challenging for doctors and hospitals to address because catching and treating it early is really important for patients to survive. So far, there haven't been many big discoveries in this area, so it's really important to find new ways to help. A lot of people are excited to see how this project will turn out, since these could really help patients in the ICUs. Clemens Heitzinger says that using artificial intelligence raises important questions, especially legal ones. One question is about who should be responsible if the AI makes a mistake. But there's also another problem. What if the AI makes the right decision, but the doctor chooses a different treatment and the patient gets hurt as a result? Should the doctor be blamed for not following the AI's advice, even though the AI has a lot of experience? Or should the doctor have the right to ignore the computer's advice? Heitzinger believes that their research project shows that AI can already be used successfully in medicine today. But he thinks it's really important to have a discussion about the rules and laws that should be in place to use AI in a fair and safe way. Accounting Showdown: Why ChatGPT still lags behind humans in accuracy. Last month, OpenAI launched its newest AI chatbot product, GPT-4. According to the folks at OpenAI, the bot, which uses machine learning to generate natural language text, passed the bar exam with a score in the 90th percentile. Passed 13 of 15 AP exams and got a nearly perfect score on the GRE verbal test. The most brilliant minds at BYU and 186 other universities wanted to know how OpenAI's tech would fare on accounting exams. To do this, they put the original version, ChatGPT, to the test. The researchers say that while it still has work to do in the realm of accounting, it's a game changer that will change the way everyone teaches and learns for the better. Lead study author Professor David Wood from BYU commented on the initial concerns surrounding the technology's introduction, stating, "When this technology first came out, everyone was worried that students could now use it to cheat. However, Professor Wood emphasized that opportunities for cheating have always existed, shifting their focus towards exploring the new possibilities this technology brings. Their aim is to enhance the teaching process for faculty and improve the learning experience for students." Professor Wood further expressed their surprise at the insights gained through testing the technology, describing it as an eye-opening experience. Since its debut in November 2022, ChatGPT has become the fastest growing technology platform ever, reaching 100 million users in under 2 months. In response to intense debate about how models like ChatGPT should factor into education, Wood decided to recruit as many professors as possible to see how the AI would perform against actual university accounting students. The recruitment on social media exploded. 327 co-authors from 186 different educational institutions in 14 countries participated in the research, contributing 25,181 classroom accounting exam questions. They also recruited undergrad BYU students to feed another 2,268 textbook test bank questions to ChatGPT. The questions covered accounting information systems, auditing, financial accounting, managerial accounting, and tax, and varied in difficulty and type. Although ChatGPT's performance was impressive, the students still performed better. students scored an overall average of 76.7% compared to ChatGPT's score of 47.4%. On 11.3% of questions, ChatGPT scored higher than the student average, doing particularly well on AIS and auditing. However, the AI bot did worse on tax, financial, and managerial assessments, possibly because ChatGPT struggled with the mathematical processes required for the latter type. When it came to question types, ChatGPT did better on true-false questions and multiple-choice questions, but struggled with short-answer questions. In general, higher-order questions were harder for ChatGPT to answer. In fact, sometimes ChatGPT would provide authoritative written descriptions for incorrect answers, or answer the same question in different ways. "It's not perfect. You're not going to be using it for everything," said Jessica Wood, currently a freshman at BYU. Trying to learn solely by using ChatGPT is a fool's errand. The researchers also uncovered some other fascinating trends through the study. They noticed that ChatGPT doesn't always recognize when it is doing math and makes nonsensical errors, such as adding two numbers in a subtraction problem or dividing numbers incorrectly. ChatGPT also often provides explanations for its answers, even if they are incorrect. Other times, ChatGPT's descriptions are accurate, but it will then proceed to select the wrong multiple-choice answer. Another thing is, ChatGPT sometimes makes up facts. For example, when providing a reference, it generates a real-looking reference that is completely fabricated. The work, and sometimes the authors, do not even exist. That said, authors fully expect GPT-4 to improve exponentially on the accounting questions posed in their study and the issues mentioned above. What they find most promising is how the chatbot can help improve teaching and learning, including the ability to design and test assignments, or perhaps be used for drafting portions of a project. Unlocking new frontiers, AI's potential to conduct 1 million microbial experiments annually, an AI-generated system is now being developed to help robots do scientific experiments on their own. They can do a lot of experiments, amounting to up to 10,000 every single day. This could make discoveries happen much faster in fields like medicine, farming, and the environment. If another pandemic were to happen, this could drastically speed up the rate of creating a new vaccine. The team that made this system mostly consisted of professors from the University of Michigan. The smart computer system called Bacter AI studied how two types of bacteria that are important for oral health use nutrients. The researchers didn't have any information to begin with, and it was up to the system to figure out what certain bacteria needed in order to grow. Bacteria eat different amino acids to stay alive, but each type of bacteria needs specific ones to grow. The team from the University of Michigan wanted to find out which amino acids are important for the good bacteria in our mouths so that they can help them grow better. Paul Jensen, of the scientists involved in the project, explained that we have very little knowledge about most of the bacteria that affect our health. The first step to improving our knowledge about bacteria is understanding how they grow. The problem is, figuring out which amino acids bacteria need to survive is very difficult. There are 20 amino acids, and there are over 1 million possible combinations. Fortunately, despite this challenge, Bacter AI was able to discover the specific amino acids needed for the growth of two organisms, Streptococcus gordoni and Streptococcus sanguinis. In order to find the right combination of amino acids for each type of bacteria, Bacter AI conducted thousands of many experiments every single day. This was something that would have been extremely laborious if done by humans. It learned from its previous attempts and adjusted its approach each morning. After only 9 days, Bacter AI was able to accurately predict the results about 90% of the time. Instead of relying on previous data from other experiments, Bacter AI created its own set of data by conducting a series of experiments. By analyzing the outcomes of past experiments, it could determine which new experiments would provide the most useful information. As a result, it mastered the rules on feeding bacteria with fewer than 4,000 experiments. That might seem like a big number, but it took so much more attempts for humans to learn the same things, and it took years to achieve that. Very little research has been done on around 90% of bacteria because it takes a lot of time and resources to learn even basic information about them using traditional methods. However, automated experimentation can speed up these discoveries significantly. The research team conducted as many as 10,000 experiments in just one day. This approach can be applied to various fields of study, not just microbiology. Researchers can use artificial intelligence, AI, to solve puzzles and find answers through trial and error. The study's lead author, Adam Dama, believes that focused applications of AI, like their project, will help speed up research in many areas. The research was funded by the National Institutes of Health and received support from NVIDIA. Make sure to share your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section about these developments in the AI world. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel with notifications turned on so you get updated on the latest trends in AI. Thank you so much for watching.